Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. It's the All on Me, the morning drinking show. I'm your host, Greg. Been on here since the beginning of the year, man. I'm the expert in life transformation, motherfuckers. Manifesting your fucking goals and dreams and telling that little bitch voice to shut the fuck up as you push past the fucking bullshit in order to start fucking accomplishing some of your goals and dreams, man. Living a fulfilled life instead of just a miserable life, man. How many miserable motherfuckers we got out there, man? You miserable, miserably working, miserably just grinding, not feeling any kind of fucking vertical movement, moving on up, man. Anybody remember the Jeffersons? We moving on up to the east side. I really appreciate getting on here, motherfuckers. No matter when I get on here, I'm gonna start doing that evening session, the pillow talk. We're gonna start doing a blog more, dialing in, some real specifics, man. Ways that I can navigate and guide you to actually start getting some shit done in life, man. Instead of just the fucking miserable fucking routine. You can shake shit up, do new things. Yesterday was a big day for me, doing some new shit, starting a new week. Getting back into that morning fucking grind, hitting the gym early before 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I did something new, met up with a friend from the gym rat, man. We got pushed away from the gym for a few hours, crushed an 8-mile hike yesterday. And that's something new for me, right? I don't do a lot of hikes with people, man. I like kind of just doing my own thing. But I know in this life, I desire to be around like-minded people, honest motherfuckers, not a bunch of bullshitters, man. People that are working on what? Being more healthy, more whole, more healed, right? Honest, authentic. I mean, that's the kind of people I want to be around, man. If you're just full of shit, go find another fucking crew, man. Go find a crew that says, all right, talking shit, bullshitting each other, lying to each other, right? No integrity. That's the kind of group you want to be with, right? Complacency, fucking codependency, enabling, all that other bullshit, man. If that's your fucking squad, man, have at it. But over here, we talking about accepting the fucking difficult challenges of life, man. The losses when we look back on our fucking lives, man. And most of us, my friend I was with yesterday, man, we had a just deep conversation the whole time. That's probably why that was something I was able to do, man. It's because, again, just someone that's on a deep level, really working on self, lots of vulnerability, lots of stories, man, some similarities and experiences, but it's great to see even just another person's journey, right? Because none of our journeys are the same. Why? Because we all got different starting points. You got to realize that, man. That's why that whole fucking comparison bullshit, it don't do you no good to compare yourself to any other motherfuckers. We all got a different starting point, y'all. We all got a different starting point in life. So why the fuck are you going to beat yourself up and compare yourself to someone else? Right? Yeah, they got prettier eyes than you. Yeah, they got nicer fucking natural eyelashes than you. Right? But you got you. And that's what matters. That's what matters most, man. And it sucks. It sucks that, like, the pressures of society, man. Like, some people, some of us, just truly hate ourselves. We truly feel that we're like ugly or unattractive. And it's like, where do you get that? Where do you get that feeling from? What makes you feel that way? And it's comparison. Everything is fucking comparison. It's so hard to go through any given day as an adult without comparing yourself. We were talking about a competition yesterday, and like a powerlifting competition. This guy's beast mode too. And he's going to do a first competition. And even in that, it was like, dude, you ain't competing against nobody, man. Just go. If this is your first competition, go make it. It's going to be your best competition because it's your only one. and do your best. Go out there and do your fucking best. And that's the message for all you guys. All you can do is do your fucking best. Give it everything you got. But are you doing your fucking best? And are you giving yourself, are you honoring yourself by giving it your all every fucking day? You know, it is a broken record. So many of us, it is a broken record. Our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, we're trapped in these fucking moods, these negative mood cycles. And I've been there. You know, I'm still processing a lot of fucking pain and hurt and heartache and, you know, feeling abandoned and rejected, because the more I dig in and think, oh, you know, I want to process this feeling about this person, maybe like more recently, it's so the core feeling, right? The heart of the feeling is way deeper. It's way deeper. It goes way back to the original story. And I was grateful that I'm able to really be present for a lot of people, right? The people I've met with, right? Either privately, they're reaching out to me. You know, I try and give people time, my attention and my time. And those are both valuable fucking things, motherfuckers. And, you know, but I always try and truly listen to people. I know there's a lot of y'all that don't want to hear the shit I got to say. And that's been a normal for me ever since I can, you know, it's my earliest fucking memories really of just kind of mentoring, you know, suggesting shit, just taking leadership roles naturally. You know, I've always been the motherfucker that has always told people what they need to hear, not what they fucking want to hear. And that's a huge difference, because guess what? It comes down to this right here. Acceptance, right? If you're wanting to be accepted, no, you're going to tell people what they want to hear, right? Because you want to be a fan, you want to be their favorite, you want to be adored by them, cared by them, loved by them, accepted by them. And when you fucking tell people the truth, they get all bent out of shape, man. And the reason why they get bent out of shape, because they don't accept the fuck that we all got this shadow fucking side to us. We got this darkness in us, man. I don't care how much of a goody good you are and how much you pray to Jesus and, you know, redeem yourself and read the word and go to church, all that shit, man. You still got darkness. That's why you're conflicted. That's why so many of y'all are conflicted, because you do all these things that you've been directed to do or inspired to do, and yet you don't realize you're freaked out because you still get angry and mad, and fucking this mean, nasty motherfucker pops out in the intimate relationships. Where? Behind the closed doors, right? That's where the real shit happens. Behind fucking closed doors, right? That's where the real person comes out. Because, you know, I know you think you're a goody good, but if we go talk to the people that's closest to your life, are they going to reflect? Oh, yeah, he's an angel. She's an angel all the time, 24/7, 365. She's an angel. She's an angel as can be. Is that the truth? Right? Or we all know we got some mean and nasty shit. And it's not until you're willing and able to truly look at the dark side of who you are, not as it's a bad person. You're not a bad person for having, you know, fucking shadow self, dark nature, right? The primal self. There's something so powerful about it, right? We wouldn't survive as a fucking species if we didn't have darkness, if we didn't have the ability to fight and defend and protect, right? You know, and just strengthen ourselves, right? To be savage, motherfuckers. But unfortunately, what happens is you don't allow yourself to process the feelings and emotions that you're carrying around with you from all the way back to your fucking childhood, right? And part of my day yesterday, man, I remember before I met up for this hike, I was like, I don't know, I was just like feeling really heavy about some shit. And it just keeps coming up. There's just some things that keep coming up from the past. And the thing I've been saying since the beginning of the year, man, first week is, you know, kind of trying to guide you guys on how to process the emotions. Well, I had a new revelation yesterday, not of my own, but it was just through a resource I came across, that when you feel these emotions, right, when you feel like the tightness of your chest, and it's like, you know, I'm talking to someone yesterday, and they were kind of telling me a story, and I'm like, how did you feel? And they started telling me about how the situation was, but not truly how they feel. And I know that most people listening to this content, you do not know how to name your fucking emotions. And that is like that is a huge breakthrough moment, is when you can actually fucking be present in yourself, like right now, and be able to like just know when you're like in like a peaceful, calm state of mind, like you feel relatively good, right? Whatever that baseline is, where you're just feeling good, you're functioning, you know, you're a little positive, upbeat, ready for the workday, ready to smash, you know, life, whatever it is. And then, you know, just something happens throughout the day, right? You get in a conflict at work, you have a misunderstanding in your relationship, you know, someone cuts you off, or something nasty, something happens to you that throws that kind of baseline, just kind of, you know, I don't want to call it peaceful, because a lot of you motherfuckers ain't peaceful. You're tormented. But it's just your baseline feeling of emotion. When you know that that shifts, something shifts, because it shifts in the negative, right? It's in that fucking instance that you need to be able to give that feeling, right, a name. Call it nervousness, call it being scared, call it being angry, frustrated, overwhelmed, right? Nervous. Like, there are so many things, but it's like, if you are able to actually, one, be present enough to understand that you're having a negative emotion. We all have these things, and this is what brings out the dark side. It doesn't go away with a magic trick or a prayer or whatever the fuck, right? It takes true healing. And there's a process to this, and I'm becoming an expert in the process to this, because I'm seeing people come to me, right? Open up, break down, holding on to pains from fucking years, decades ago. And now I'm starting to put together a series of actionable things that you can do to relieve yourself. And yesterday, it really helped me when I was feeling this. I was feeling sad. I was feeling overwhelmed. I was feeling lonely. I was feeling disconnected. I was feeling rejected, right? And I get very transparent here. Now, that doesn't mean that I believe any of that about myself. There was just something that came on. It was a song. It was a thought, right? And most of the shit we deal with is thoughts. A thought came up, a memory, something popped in my head, and it fucking changed my mood. But I was also listening to this thing earlier where it was like, man, it was really moving me, because it was dead on. It was about processing the emotions, and how what we lack is the willingness to, one, identify it, right? To name it, and then to welcome it. Ooh, that was the big breakthrough. The welcoming, that third piece. Identify it, name it, welcome it. So you can welcome, hey, I welcome sadness. And man, it just starts pouring out of you. It's just like, whoa, you get all fucking emotional. And this happened yesterday with someone I was talking with, where there was a story told, and a multiple stories told, and I saw kind of a connecting, overarching issue that this person was bringing up. And so I kind of went into this scenario of trying to let them say, look, man, welcome those feelings in. I kind of even dramatized some insults that were very similar to what this person had experienced in their past. And, you know, the feedback I got was that it definitely helped. That the difference was welcoming the feelings. See, what happens is, most of us, when we start getting emotional, we don't got time for that shit, right? We don't got time for the emotions, man. It's like, I ain't got time to be emotional right now. I got to fucking grind. I got to do the work. I got to do my job. I got to take care of this and that and all this other shit. So what do? We suppress it. We say, no, go fucking back to where you came from. Leave me alone. And it's like, when you do that, right, all you've done is prolonged your healing. There's no healing there. There's actually denial of self. You know, you're harming yourself in a lot of ways, and you're going to harm your relationships, because when you fucking just stuff down your feelings and emotions, the negative ones, and you don't welcome them and just let them process. Because here's the truth. If you welcome your emotions in the big picture, it literally is like less than 2 minutes. They will process. You will break down, but then you just feel better. right? And it doesn't, you're not like a little, I don't know, this ain't soft shit. This is real healing shit. But you welcome that feeling, and then it processes, and you just feel better about it. Now, the reverse, what I did for way too many years, which leads to shit like this, losing control through anger and rage and frustration and resentment and all these fucking negative emotions, right? You build them up little by little. And then you don't know how to process them. You don't know how to express your feelings to somebody when someone has hurt you. So then you go to your default. And if your default is to be angry, to be frustrated, to be passive aggressive, right? It just creates more and more conflict. As opposed to when you are feeling hurt, your feelings are valid. And if you know how to express, hey, what you just said really hurt my feelings, it's like, I never had words like that. And having communication like that is such a gift, especially in relationships, especially, being someone like me that my default was always anger and rage, man, frustration. And when I hit that, it's like I start making bigger messes, and it definitely doesn't give me more peace of mind. It definitely doesn't make my situation more desirable. It actually leaves me hurting more, in more pain, in more suffering. And sometimes it leaves me undesirably alone, right? Because I've pushed people away from me because I was angry and mad and they couldn't take it. But where I've transitioned is now I start feeling the mood change, the chest tightening, and I call it. It's not always the same. I'm not always angry. I'm not always sad. I'm not always nervous. I'm not always anxious. There's all these different ones. And I say, hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. And it's like, it gets very emotional. It processes, but in that processing, you guys, that's where the healing is. It sounds crazy. It sounds stupid easy, but most of us haven't learned the stupid easy shit. We've learned the hard shit. And the hard shit is what? How to fucking numb the pain, how to avoid the pain, right? And then when we do that, when it actually, when the emotion forces itself out, as because we have been triggered, right? That's when it fucking leaves us even in a worse situation. No healing and even more damage, more things to fix. Stop putting yourself in deficit when it comes to allowing your emotions to control you. That's where the true growth is in accepting that, one, you are capable of being mean and nasty. You are not, like, I think this Johnny Depp thing, right, has really put the spotlight that, look, in terms of relationships, both people can be fucking mean and nasty. Both people. It's not all men and it's not all fucking women, right? We both show up wanting to be the best self, but if we haven't healed our past, we haven't healed our trauma, there are triggers that come out, especially when you get in the intimate relationships. There's something about the dynamic that you can love somebody, but there's something about the energy and the connection and the communication, right, that they bring to the table, that you bring to the table, that creates what? Fucking clashes. And if we haven't ever had a healthy, secure relationship demonstrated for us, right, throughout our life, then we're totally fucking just walking in the fucking middle of the forest, pitch black fucking dark, without even a fucking candle to guide our way. Without the moonlight, it's just pitch black fucking dark. We don't got a trail. We don't know where the fuck we are. And we got to find our way out. And I'm here to help you out. I'm here to give you a fucking call signal, to give you a spotlight, something to start looking towards, to become a better version of yourself in this day and age, 2022, right? That's sexy as fuck, man. Motherfuckers that getting healthy and whole, I don't get the whole game thing. We got to play all these fucking games, right? In terms of relationships, people aren't down for commitment. People just fucking around, right? But at the end of the day, the only person you could be accountable for is you. And until you're finally fucking ready to accept the good, the bad, and the motherfucking ugly that is who you are, right? There will be no growth. There will just be stagnation. There will even be like fucking reverse, man. If you're just focused on the past, grieving the past, suffering from the past, carrying around the fucking past, those were the best years. I've aged. I'm ugly. I'm not as good as I used to be. And like, man, all this self-talk, just self-defeating. It keeps you down. It holds you down. I mean, it's like you're in your own fucking way. So many of us, we are in our own way. We are holding ourselves back. Why? Why are you holding yourselves back? What are the stories around your life that are causing you to not have the self-confidence, right? And having the grit and determination, the self-belief to know that, one, you are worthy of being happy, healthy, and loved every single day of your life. But in order for you to receive that, you got to become happy, healthy, and loving. You have to become what you desire. Too many of us think that we're waiting for this the soulmate, the twin flame, the perfect fucking person to complete us and then fix our fucking lives. That is a broken record. That is like toxic dating of the past. Motherfuckers need to put in their work, right? We want to start fixing things. We want to start improving, right? Human connection in terms of relationships, it starts with improving your relationship with yourself. I will never back off of that. That is the key. And it sucks because none of us were taught this shit. Very few people were ever taught to put you, yourself, as the focus point for how to build relationships, to how to communicate, your self-talk. None of us have been fucking guided along the path of self-discovery. And to me, it's the most important fucking piece of education that you could ever subscribe to. And it's all self, right? It's self-induced. If you want to feel healthier, happier, and more loving or lovable or loved right now, you can do it today. You can change your fucking mind. You can change your perspective. And ultimately, you can change the world around you, how you see things, how you view things. Where is your imagination for the future, right? Are you planning anything special? Any accomplishments? It starts with what? Acceptance, though. It wasn't until I accepted that I had fucked up, but that didn't mean that I'm a fuck up. I made mistakes. People make mistakes. I had someone, self-deprecating, like person around me right now that's like very passive aggressive and like put downs of self, but like in a very negative way, like almost wanting me to like approve of, the way they put themselves down in a passive aggressive way. And I don't give into it. I say, no, man, we all make fucking messes. Everybody makes messes. It's not just you. We all make messes. It's not about making messes. It's about cleaning up the fucking mess when you do make it. But one of the biggest growth pieces for me was when I fully started to accept me for me. And it's a daily thing. It's a daily thing. Some days I wake up and I feel great. Some days I wake up and I feel like shit. Some days I wake up and I feel fucking handsome and happy and healthy and fucking just full of joy and life and energy. And other days I wake up and it's complete opposite of that. But I got this program here that I kind of it helps me on either one of those days to maintain a consistency of positive influence, positive energy, right? You have to combat, you have to overcome the negativity within you and all around you. If you just think about it, how much exposure do you have to positive things? I mean, even if you're watching like dramas and TV, a lot of that shit's very fucking negative, right? People and dramatic fucking storylines and how people are just ruthless and weird shit. It's not a positive thing. It's not people truly sharing kindness and unconditional love and, just like serving others and caring for other people, but ultimately caring for themselves. We don't see a lot of fucking content like that, right? Where we care for ourselves first, then we can start caring for other people. That's not the shit you're putting in your brain, right? The other shit you're putting in your brain is usually a negative storyline, right? But it also distances you from who you truly are. The more of these storylines that are TV, right? Shows that you love, it gives you some escapism. It gives you a sense of some fantasy and voyeurism where you can kind of pretend like you're in that timeline or in that scenario. But at the end of the day, spend some time, balance out your fucking activities to start spending more time with yourself and figuring yourself out. It's a fucking beautiful journey. You are worth it, motherfuckers. You are worth the fucking blessing, man, the bliss, the true happiness that comes from acceptance, right? Self-discovery, truly accepting you for who you are. But you also got to be honest with your fucking self. If you look in the mirror and you look like shit, you know that you can be a better version of yourself physically, mentally, right? From a health standpoint. And you know that it's going to take a shit ton of work to get to where you want, but you just don't have the drive, the hunger. Well, that, guess what? You need fucking help. Because the it's all on me is saying, look, I get it. I'm going to put myself first, but that doesn't mean you're going to do it all alone. There are some times where being alone is a fucking powerful thing. I'm learning it right now, motherfuckers. Right now, I'm in the middle of singularity and the growth that is coming through in this season of Greg fucking dealing with Greg, dealing with my bullshit on my own terms, right? And I can tell that the season's changing. Things are opening up. Yesterday was a big indicator that there's more things to come, expanding and opening myself up, access to me from other people, right? Because I have been guarded. I think we do got to guard our energy. And some of y'all motherfuckers need to really assess who you're allowing access to. Because if you're just around a bunch of negative people, guess what? You're an average of the people you spend the most time with. And if their energy is negative, their outlook is negative, you are one of them. Do not try and act like you're so different, right? You can be. You can break through that. But oftentimes when you break from the norm, you break from the culture that you are enmeshed in, motherfuckers are going to reject you. They're going to say, hey, you better turn back to the way you were or else we're abandoning you. And then you're faced with, oh man, I'm going to be all alone, but I don't want to lose my friends because that's my whole identity is my friendships, not myself. And it's a fucking incredible journey, you guys. Start accepting yourself. Quit making them fucking excuses. Get out there. I'm in the gym before 8 o'clock now. I'm fucking supercharged for this day. I'll probably even finish off with a sunset hike. We're doing 2-a-days. We're getting ready for beach body season, motherfuckers. It's time to start fucking getting ripped. Beach body fucking season. Being proud of our bodies, proud of ourselves, right? For accomplishing great things. Making a difference in this fucking world. Quit making them fucking excuses. You know the drill. Results kill excuses. It's all on me. Greg's out.